Bright and early. We are here always on a Monday, but little do they know we record on the weekend. And
this weekend we're recording a little late.
this is a reschedule. This is a first. Usually I just get annoyed with you because I got to sit around and wait a few hours. We had to push this back a day.
Yeah. I think we're going to reschedule this for during the week, and then we'll give you the weekend or whatever when the scheduled date. But weekends are getting a little rough for me.
All right. So you triggered me with a word when you were telling me about how you and the wife.
Oh, the Artemis Fowl thing with
our
YouTuber, or one of our favorite YouTubers.
Yeah, you're talking a story like, oh yeah, I was like, what'd you do last night? Because you said you didn't watch the fights, which I had said were underwhelming. But I did watch the undercard. I think the undercard performed better. But so you're like, we heard that this Disney movie Artemis Fowl, which I was familiar with because I'd seen some TV ads for it. I guess to help to push you buying the app or whatever, subscribing to the app.
Yeah.
I guess they made a movie direct to the app kind of deal.
No,
or was it supposed to be in a theater?
This was supposed to be like the next Harry Potter.
Oh, so
Disney has been pushing this as like this is the next thing, and they were doing it for a while, especially around the parks, until obviously COVID hit and then things just took a dive. So they ended up putting this out on the app instead. But this was supposed to be a full theatrical. Oh, yeah, this was
because when I
fucking deal, man.
When I saw the trailer for it, I'm like, what is this shit? This looks like I keep forgetting that Harry Potter started as a very the first few were very childish, and very young kids. And this is I guess this is that same Percy Jackson and
sort of
that whole even Spy Kids. It's that whole genre of shit. One's more like sci-fi adventure and the other's more in real life. But so I saw this one and I'm like, this looks stupid.
It is.
But you said that you had heard that it was epically bad, and that's why we watched it.
Yes.
And I'm like, that's the luxury. That's the quote unquote privilege that you get when you subscribe to an app, a streaming service. Yeah. That it's no longer a commitment to get dressed, go out, have a nice evening, go see a movie that you're going to want to enjoy, so you can stick it in life later. It's no one's going to say let's do that for a bad movie because A, it costs you money, and B, it's not just that it costs you time, it costs you time out, real people, sitters, those kinds of things.
Let's be clear.
See, I didn't call you real people.
I wanted to see this movie because I heard how epically bad it was. Wife wanted to see this movie because she wanted to see this movie because she's a fan of the material.
I had no idea what the fuck this was. You told me it was based off books.
Yeah, based off a book series apparently, which I don't fucking read.
But I've never heard me either. But I've heard of trendy book series.
Yeah,
I've never heard of this.
It's apparently apparently the book is Die Hard for kids with fantasy based elements, and I remember hearing that when we first started seeing advertisements and promotionals for this, and I'm like, that's a hefty fucking word usage right there. Some Die Hard for kids,
that's bullshit.
You got to be able to follow up on something shit like that.
As to flag waving, aficionados of Die Hard,
no,
don't fuck with the franchise.
Zero elements of Die Hard in that movie, sir. Here's the best part. So I wanted to see how bad it was going to be because the YouTube reviewer that we fancy.
Hold on. So this is why. That's why I said hold it for the podcast. Your exact words were our favorite YouTuber.
One of our favorite YouTubers.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah. It's fair. One of our favorite YouTubers. And my eye twitched as I was mixing my coffee, and I started to get a headache behind the eye socket. I was like, oh no, what? Our favorite YouTuber, stop it.
Yeah. He's this guy from Tampa, and he just I like him. He shits on. He's very honest with stuff. He's like, this is garbage, or he'll be like, this should have been garbage, but this was kind of good. Like I've watched movies.
Does he do it while playing video games?
No,
okay.
No, he does
at
not.
least
No,
there's that redeeming quality.
No, he does not.
Because all of you fucks that sit there and watch assholes playing video games for hours and hours can all go stick something up your ass.
Fantastic background noise, Ben.
Oh, it's so fucking stupid.
Anyway, so yeah, he gave it like a
Twitch is entirely based on fucking stupidity.
This is a guy. He's the reason why I paid to see Aquaman. Because I was really back and forth on wanting to go see Aquaman, and his review was like, I don't know how DC did this. I honestly don't know. This movie was great. Holy shit. They finally understood superheroes for the first time in ever.
Well,
and Wonder Woman had come out previously, of course.
So
but,
I don't.
But it was just like
I don't agree with him that it was great. But anyway,
I do. I loved Aquaman. I thought it was a great movie.
It's okay. It's okay. They're for being Warner Brothers. Boy, I almost stuttered there. Like the girl I watched on. It's starting to rub off on me.
You're gonna get some points there, buddy.
I'm going to hell. I'm going to hell. For being Warner Brothers, who have been around for a gazillion years and are like have all the money in the world and et cetera, and for having a movie that they put that much money in, the CG, when you look at it compared to the Marvel stuff that they're trying to be contemporaries with, it's night and day. One looks exactly like people running in front of a blue screen, and everything looks just off, and the other is the fucking Marvel stuff that everything looks fucking.
You got that off Aquaman?
Yes, it's. I got it in the trailers when they showed the scene of them running across the roofs and stuff.
Yeah,
it looks like dog shit. It looked like dog shit, and when they put it in the theater, it wasn't like it was a thing that they threw in a trailer that needed a tune-up. It was as is. It looked like dog shit. Now I get that, like in your head when you're thinking, oh, an octo shark, 18,000-foot tall thing with crab pinchers, whatever, doesn't exist in real life. So my brain says this isn't real is an option, but. When you're running across rooftops and crashing through walls and everything looks like blue screen and the quote, we'll add it later. Answer, it looked shitty to me.
Yeah, I never got
it was enough that it you couldn't get lost in it. When the CG, oh God, we're on such a fucking tangent. But when the CG in a movie takes you out of the movie. When it announces, they always say the best CG is the stuff you that you don't realize is CG.
Yeah.
In this, you realize everything was CG because either it was unrealistic, just in that doesn't exist in the real world, or even when it was supposed to exist in the real world, it didn't exist in the real world in my mind through my eyes.
See, I never really got that, man. Not with Aquaman, but I will tell you this.
You go in with different things.
Yeah.
Some people don't care about that, and they just want to be entertained. I try to be like that, but sometimes because we have movies that accomplish it, when a movie doesn't accomplish it, it still stands out to me.
I will say this then. If you felt that way about Aquaman, bro, Artemis Fowl is going to make you... It's going to make you vomit.
Because that looked like that in the trailer.
There is a centaur in the movie who is like this. He's like the head of the special. It's fucking.
Are you gonna tell me it didn't look as real as the one in the TV commercials, like was it Old Spice or the Geico or whatever?
The stuff in the TV commercials makes this even worse now that I'm thinking about it.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
Holy shit!
As soon as you said centaur, I thought of the ripped black dude in the fucking commercials.
That is Oscar-winning Steven Spielberg at the height of his creativity compared to this fucking horse. Dude, this movie, there's parts of this movie where I'm like, this could have debuted at like a Disney Kids Afternoon in the 90s. Like, this is what this movie makes me feel like. Like those old Disney movies that they used to do after the fucking cartoons and shit, and they premiere it on like a Friday afternoon or some shit and give it a play through the weekend, on the Disney Channel. That's what this movie made me fucking feel like, man. It was bad. It was bad. Like the CGI. If you thought Aquaman was that bad, in comparison, this movie is like one of the first attempts ever with a computer and imagery. I mean, it's fucking horror. And what's his face? Josh Gad, who's
I hate that guy.
who's, for those who don't know, it's Olaf in Frozen. Big. He tries to play like this tough guy, homeless, fucking. I can't even describe his character, but he has like the tough guy Josh Gad voice. He does the fucking narration of the movie, bro. Let me tell you, like that was a fucking miss. Like there were parts early in the movie where I'm actively trying to get involved. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna give this movie a fair shot. Okay, and then something would happen. I'm like,
Can we go back to Josh Gad?
Oh, sure, go ahead.
I hate that guy. There's something that rubs me the wrong fucking way about that guy.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's. I don't know. He's just annoying as shit. I will, but this is why I wanted to say something. I will give him credit. While this COVID thing's been going on, he has been hosting these pretty cool reunion things.
The reunion stuff, yeah.
Like getting the Back to the Future people
The
together
Goonies.
and the Goonies together to do like these streaming things. So I'll give him credit for that.
Yeah.
But I haven't really. I've only watched bits and pieces of them. So I don't know if I watch a whole one, if he'd annoy the shit out of me in them or not.
I'll tell you this.
I didn't even know where he came from. Like what his early roots of.
I think he does Broadway or something like that.
Well, maybe you're just getting that vibe off.
I know,
because
he's at a lot of plays and stuff because he's friends with all those guys.
Oh.
And let's be honest, when I think Josh,
But was he in that? Was he in that? God, I don't. Never mind.
He's a good small comedy sidekick, dancey fucking.
Yeah, but they've kind of given him. They give him bigger roles.
Yeah. This was one of his first, like, I would almost want to say serious roles. Not a good look, I should say. Not a good look.
I mean, I'll give him credit. I'll say he is more suited for comedy, but
yeah, and he tries to interject comedy as this gruff, I kind of talk like this with some gravel in my voice, and it's just like, oh, Josh, no, this is not you. This is not your wheelhouse, buddy. This is not your wheelhouse at all. It's like it sounded like Jack Black trying to sound like Josh Gad trying to sound like a badass. It was awful. Anyway, it took you out of the movie. But anyway, so here's the best part about the viewing experience. So we're watching. We're about halfway. Yeah, we get to halfway through the movie. I'm fucking high. I'm watching this movie and I'm laughing my ass off. I'm like, this is one of the worst highly touted movies that I've ever seen. Easily. You can't follow what's happening. None of the characters make any sense. None of the action makes much sense. Things just transfer from scene to scene, and you're left wondering, why are we here? Who is this person? What is this mystical MacGuffin that they've only mentioned twice now? And why is it so important? Like, this isn't like rocket science here. Most movies, by halfway through the movie, you have a fucking inkling of what you're doing.
I made such a mistake drinking this coffee.
Oh, you got shit, don't you?
I got the bubble guts so bad. And I literally unloaded this morning. That's why you did this.
I was actually late coming here because Ben's like, "Hey man, you got to give me 15."
I'm like, I got a shit. I said I'm on the shitter and then I'm jumping in the shower.
But best into this was
I'm percolating.
We're 47 minutes in. She's been playing fucking Animal Crossing for most of the movie viewership because after 5 minutes in, she's just like, "This movie's just not any good, is it?" And I'm like, "No, it's not." But I'm gonna watch the whole fucking thing because it's epically bad. It's not a good movie. Under any kind of critique, it's not a good movie. Visually, with any kind of writing, we won't even talk about. As far as acting's concerned, I almost feel.
But wasn't Harry Potter not really good at first? Wasn't it?
Well, they were kids, man, and they were cast more to look the characters than they were to be good actors. And
I don't know. They're kids, so they're not having acted.
Like I remember, the search for Harry Potter, man, that took like months to find the right fucking British kid that was gonna fucking fit with the glasses and look like Harry Potter. Like Daniel Radcliffe, came out of fucking nowhere. Like he was a literal nobody.
But that has nothing to do with. I just thought the movie wasn't good.
The casting in this movie, bro, Judi Dench is in this movie. And when you see what they make Judi Dench do, you're like, why did you bother getting Judi Dench? Why did you even bother? One, you've done something to her voice. It's bad. she literally looks like she gives zero fucks.
So you think someone just like halfway through this movie said, "Oh no, everyone just collectively kind of realized
this is one of those production
and they
kind of
quit on their own movie."
This movie was supposed to come out last year.
Yeah.
And then they kept pushing it back. This is one of those.
Do you think
what is happening behind the scenes
you think
here?
They reshot it a gazillion times and still couldn't.
It's like Disney's Justice League. They were really, really high on this movie, and after you watch the end result, you're like, this was the most compromise of compromise, executive compromise, and compromise.
It's funny because Disney has such experience with animation, and animation. Well, I guess they have different departments and different people running and producing things. But Disney has such experience with animation,
movies,
which my point is that you focus on story for so long until you nail it before you move any further. Because, it's reshooting, quote unquote, is very different in animation. It's a lot of man hours and work and whatever, because you're drawing. So even it wasn't a Disney, but the stories with Shrek.
Yeah.
That they rewrote a ton of it. Like a couple of movies where it's like, we halfway through.
Oh yeah, Shrek. They had to dump everything.
Yeah, that was also because they lost Chris Farley.
Well, also remember Mike Myers. He re-recorded all his dialogue because halfway through his recording, he went, "Oh, he discovered the Scottish accent, and he was, I want to do it like this."
Well, he didn't discover it. He'd been
He'd
been using that everywhere,
bastard, buddy.
Well, no, and his father and so I married an axe murderer, and he used to do that thing. If it's not Scottish, it's crap on Saturday Night Live.
That's right. I forgot about that. But no, it was pretty.
Plus, originally it was for Chris
Farley.
I think he had recorded.
It was for Chris Farley. He recorded a
recorded
majority of it. Yeah.
Some of it, or whatever, or they had just written it for him and written it. And maybe he didn't even record anything, but they had written it for him. And once his voice was gone, they realized they had to rewrite it because it wouldn't work with another voice.
Yeah, this movie feels like they got a bunch of actors in a room.
So they never it's again where you're casting before you have a good script.
Yeah, 100%.
Which is kind of like what
Colin Farrell's in this. Okay, so Colin fucking Farrell's in this movie as Artemis's father. The beginning 15 minutes of it is them trying to associate his job and what he does and his connection with his son and all this stuff. And while they're on screen doing stuff and talking, you don't hear what they're saying because fucking Josh Gad is narrating over everything. And you're like, you brought fucking Colin Farrell. God knows what you've paid this man. You're not even going to let him talk. He's just in the background.
I think
while fucking Olaf is trying to be a badass.
I think you get all these. Again, it's part of this. Like it's the way Hollywood works. It's backwards. Is that like you get. Okay, because Harry Potter was a big thing, and some of these other books have become big things. Franchises, quote unquote. Everyone's like a little thirsty to get in at the ground floor because it's a lot of money. So you're like, when you pitch to a Judi Dench and a Colin Farrell and whatever, they may be on board now for two reasons. One, maybe their kids read the shit and they're like, "Oh, I want to be in something."
They don't want to be Sean Connery, who turned down everything.
Well, it's not that; it's that their kids are into it.
Well, yeah,
and then two. It's the money thing, and they're like, well, this is whenever as soon as you say it's the next Harry Potter, everyone's eyes light up because
a 9-movie franchise, holy shit,
with lots of zeros attached to it. So you get them involved, and then the movie gets greenlit, and then
this happens.
Then nobody writes a good script.
I mean, bro,
and maybe you hire a retarded director.
Now this movie supposedly sets up for a sequel. I don't know that. I'll tell you why. Because halfway through the movie, I'm sitting there, I'm eating the shit up. I'm like, I could watch this all night. Like, this is as bad as it gets. But for some reason, I'm just like, all right, fuck it. Like, I watch good movies all the time. I might as well just watch this shitty movie all the way through. It's almost as if
that's some high thinking there.
It's almost as if Disney kept seeing how bad it was and was just like, fuck it, man. They gave us fucking 7 Transformers movies. We'll get at least 3 out of this. Like, audience is stupid.
They're just like, just finish it.
Just finish it, and push it through. Okay, so the last big Disney bomb that I can remember that had this much hype was John Carter. John Carter wasn't a terrible movie. It just, from a promotional, we've talked about it before, from a promotional aspect and from many other aspects, it wasn't well received because the marketing department did a terrible fucking job. It wasn't a bad movie, though. This movie is, oh my God. The halfway through, Natalia goes, no, turn it off. Turn it off.
When you
And then we
when
watch
you
Staten
make-
Island.
When you make a movie called John Carter, and nobody realizes that it's John Carter, Warlord of Mars.
Yeah.
You know, which if you just add those two fucking words to it, make it such a more interesting topic. John Carter, nobody knows what that is because those books came out 100 years ago,
And those
written
books,
by it was Edgar Rice Burroughs, right?
Yeah.
The Tarzan guy.
and those stories have been over time. Like John Carter was the original Space Odyssey kind of thing.
It's like it's the same as like a Buck Rogers type thing.
Yeah.
And so he fucking just put the words John Carter and
Yeah.
hope people come to see it. Or John Carter, Warlord of Mars.
Yeah.
Where if you put two jars out,
Yeah.
and everyone's got to put their dollar in one, where do you think all the dollars?
And
are
remember,
going?
it was originally called John Carter of Mars.
Right.
And they changed it to John Carter at some point because they felt there wasn't any traction with the movie. I don't know what the fuck.
That's retarded.
I mean, lots of people make a lot of money to make these high-end decisions,
retarded.
you know. But it was just so it was fucking awful. Artemis Fowl is fucking foul, and like for real. And then we watched King of Staten Island because she really wanted to see King of Staten Island, and that movie I've been we just. Pete Davidson, as long as he plays within the wheelhouse of being a version of who he is in real life, man could kind of act.
I said I
Yeah.
respect Pete Davidson at least for being a hell of a cocksman.
Fuck yeah, man.
That guy,
He's got a murderer's row.
that guy's starting to stack up quite a pile of bodies between. I mean, just Kate Winslet alone. No, not Kate Winslet. Is that it? No,
Kate Beckinsale.
Beckinsale.
bro.
Beckinsale.
Yeah.
Kate even better.
Yeah.
Kate Beckinsale and
'Cause
Ariana Grande.
everyone's always like, oh, Ariana Grande. I'm like, Ariana Grande is both A, not attractive, and B,
Well,
annoying as fuck.
Well,
But Kate Beckinsale.
You're wrong. You're wrong.
Ooh.
If you put Ariana Grande in a lineup with 9 other average people off the street, you're wrong. You're entirely wrong saying she's not attractive. You're wrong. You just look at me in the eye. I'm telling you, you're wrong.
I don't find her attractive at all.
Okay, well then maybe you have a type, and it's ugly,
not Ariana Grande.
and it's ugly girls. But anyway, but Kate Beckinsale, that's
indisputable.
It's she's undeniable. She's still she still looks
And she's banging
as
out
hot
She's
as
banging
like,
out every young guy she can right now.
Yeah, she
God
does
bless
okay.
her.
Well, she's got kind of a sordid thing with those underworlds. Are like she was married to Michael Sheen, divorced him to marry the fucking director of the underworlds or creator of them or whatever.
Wes Anderson, not Wes Anderson.
No,
Wes Anderson, not the same. No. Paul.
no,
Lynn Wiseman.
yeah, Len Wiseman.
Oh, okay. Live Free, Die Hard fame.
Yes, but man, but back Pete Davidson, man, I don't know how he does it. I mean, that's it. Funny guys, they say it. I guess it's proven time and time again.
And
comedians all have or a lot of them.
so here was my favorite part about that movie. Because I had seen the previous Pete Davidson movie, and he's basically just playing another extension of that character. You know, like the I'm really kind of a shitty person, but man, I just got this magnetic thing about me that everyone just kind of like forgives a lot of what makes me a bad person. He got a kind of a magnetic personality, but Bill Burr played.
So that's you said he was on the Rogan show this week. I guess he was pushing that and his cartoon.
He was both,
Ah.
and I thought Bill Burr had just produced the movie. I wasn't expecting to see him on screen. So the way they meet is the best way I've seen two characters meet ever. So
It's funny that Bill Burr is like an actor.
oh yeah, and kind of a good one, man.
Well, I mean, they like there's
the
a lot of
Mandalorian was a lot of fun.
yeah. It's weird that like he would just pops up in Star Wars.
You know,
It sounded like a conscious choice because they were like, let's get the guy to act in our movie that makes fun of the fandom.
yeah, and the jokes that he got were good jokes.
Yeah. Well,
like he got some of the best
You
jokes.
fight for that stuff.
Yeah, and well, that's
Plus, also when you're that good,
yeah, as a stand-up
they'll
comedian.
let you ad lib and then they throw all that shit in.
So early in the movie, Pete Davidson's hanging out with his friends. They're all fucked up. He's a wannabe tattoo artist who fucking is terrible, by the way. But that's part of the joke they play on.
That's got to be funny.
Like none of his friends will let him tattoo him, and he wants to open a tattoo restaurant where you pay to sit down and watch people get tattoos while you eat. It's fantastic. There's a lot of good stuff in this. Like this is one of Judd Apatow's like back to basics, and it was a good movie. But yeah, so he tattoos this like 10-year-old that he pulls from the bushes, and you have to see the movie to understand how funny that scene ends up being. Well,
no, just the premise of an adult tattooing a child is hilarious.
Gets talked into it, and he gets like one line in before the kid's crying, screams, run away, like they're in the middle of like the woods, and he's like, "Oh, I guess the kid didn't really want a tattoo," and they all just keep smoking, doing drugs and shit. You're like, it's funny, he tattooed a kid. I know this will come back. In the very next scene, there's a knock on the door. His mother, played by oh my god. The new Aunt May, Marissa Tomei. So Marissa Tomei plays his mother. She's like become like the mom to go to.
I became such a fan of hers after she started showing her tits in movies.
Yeah. The wrestler
and some other one.
Yes,
I forget which one,
but so she's she opens the door and there's fucking.
That's why I got excited about Spider-Man. I thought I was gonna see some tits.
Listen, man, there's still a couple movies to go. You might get your wish. As he ages, so will the maturity of the movie.
That's true. It's like if Harry Potter evolved from child's movie to action adventure movie to porno.
And listen, they're talking about new Harry Potter, so you never know, man. But the door opens. There's fucking Bill Burr with a fucking mustache that is out of this world. And he's the kid's father, and him and Tomei start dating, and it's fucking good, man. It's good, and his chemistry with Pete Davidson's character was really good. It's just weird watching Bill Burr on screen, and it's good. But we were talking about this earlier. How comedians make the best actors. We had that full discussion on Friday about it.
Yeah, not make the best, but they make it's an easier transition for them.
Because they can already do the hardest parts naturally.
Yeah, comedy's harder than real acting. So if you can make someone laugh, you can probably make them cry. Yeah. So I forget, we listed like a few, like the Jim Carreys, the Tom Hanks and Robin Williams and whatever, all came from being funny men to doing to then being able to do drama, where like people that start in drama, if they aren't like naturally funny or come from that, they're not necessarily as suited to do a comedy or whatever.
We left out Eddie Murphy.
Yeah, but I mean, does he?
Bro,
what's a serious drama that he's done?
Was it Dreamgirls?
I don't know, maybe.
There was the one he did, and then he just got done doing.
Because I don't know
Dolomite, but Dolomite was not.
No, all of them have such a dude. Put your weight on it. Put your weight on it. You saw that, right?
I saw parts of it,
dude.
I didn't get to see the whole movie yet.
Why? How do you not see the whole movie?
Man, that's just, bro. I didn't even get to see all of Artemis Fowl, for God's sakes, and I watched that last night.
Dude,
the wife made me turn it off. She's like, it's too bad. I'm like, you wanted to see this. She goes, I don't want to see it anymore. And I'm like, oh man, like I really wanted to see how this movie ended because it was fucking bad. And I'm like, the third act, which usually is the worst act in any given bad movie, like this has got to be fucking some epic shit. Like it's got to be like next level fucking full retard shit. I got to see it. And she denied me that because, well, we got to see a good movie with Pete Davidson. And it was a good movie. And just watching like Staten Island being represented makes me like never ever want to visit that place.
Yeah, you were telling me that too.
For any reason.
Yeah. Well, Chappelle ripped Staten Island on his special, which
was phenomenal. Everybody should go on YouTube and watch that. Yeah. He gives a tremendous insight into what's happening right now.
Well, I thought the best moment was when he said, "This is very funny," but I got pussy jokes.
I got pussy jokes if you need it. It was, and what I loved about that special was it's just. It's the rumors that what he used to do, where we're in between like having the Chappelle show and like reappearing in pop culture again was he would just go to parks and just start telling comedy, and people would just go around.
Yeah,
and
this looked like he just went out in like I don't know where it was,
like a park someplace.
It might have said
yeah.
well, it looked like private land, like maybe it was someone's home that had acres of land or something, and they put up tents and they put up it looked like an evening where you could have food and you could whatever and all the chairs were like 6 feet apart from each
and like
other.
there were like a bunch of musical stuff and happened beforehand.
Or
like,
something.
He was just the main attraction,
or he filmed something beforehand.
Yeah,
but because this was released free on YouTube.
Yeah,
but it was supposedly a Netflix thing.
I still want to know what the fuck.
So maybe
those
he
pants were.
Yeah, they were like. I think that's what those joggers are. They look like sweatpantsy things. He kept pulling them up.
Yeah,
they'd be long pants. Then he'd pull them up over his knees, and
he looked like he had just woken up.
And they were a little like baggy, like hammer pants in the crotch area.
The crotch came down to his knees, man. And I'm like, all right, Dave, we get it.
Yeah, that was.
It was a little. It was, and he kept.
But it was, but to have all those people come all the way out there, if it was just for that, which was only like 26 minutes.
Yeah.
So I don't know if he filmed like I'm thinking either he filmed a whole Netflix thing for Netflix, or they had other shit going on. Maybe Netflix had a bunch of other stuff, that they filmed or something, or it was just a party for. It didn't look they were friends, and it looked like it was normal people. So I don't know.
It kind of felt like it was for one thing, and then he went on stage upset about the state of the country and decided that he needed to say something.
Maybe I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know.
It felt like I don't know. It felt like everyone was there for one thing.
No, it was they did that for him.
Oh.
I think they did that for him.
No. Like he was originally going on stage. He was the headliner of that little thing. But like,
no, it was for that.
You think the act?
I think it was thrown together pretty quickly.
Oh, okay.
They're like
he wanted to do something because he had stuff he needed to say, and then they threw this event together.
I guess.
Okay,
maybe.
Right. Well, it was fantastic either way.
Yeah, he wasn't that prepared. He had a notebook and stuff he kept looking at, or he was
very fidgety.
Or just
it was very fidgety.
Yeah. It's an uncomfortable thing.
Yeah, it's true. When you actually have to talk about real stuff.
Well, he always does. But more funny.
Yeah.
More funny observational.
Yeah. He made a few jokes. Some of them might be a little uncomfortable. Oh, sorry about that.
So I
fucking burped in the microphone.
I'm trying to look because I'm going to call Anthony, but not yet. There. See, I did that to make you feel like
that wasn't you. Faked that.
No, I did not.
No,
that was coffee related.
Oh, okay.
I was gonna. I have a list of things that I can always ask you about. Well, no, because there's things that happen during the week or that we talk about, and then I jot them down so we don't forget them.
That's right. There was at least one funny I remember we needed to call back to.
Well, there's things that I want to include Anthony in because I want to know about if the turkey burgers got to Margaret, and I want to know, and then we're going to talk about your McDonald's drive-through. But those are ones that I want to include the fat guy. Whenever they're food related,
the fat guy.
We got to include the fattest.
In a few days,
fattest member of the.
In a few days, that might be you, Ben.
No, because even if he loses more weight than me, he's still fatter than me.
Fair enough.
Let's keep that in perspective.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to bring up your personal life too much.
Oh no.
But I want to know if the cause to get your mailbox fixed over the last. How long has it been? Like more than a week?
No, Mailbox Gate 2020 is still ongoing.
Is ongoing.
It's still ongoing.
See, this little issue amuses me so much because of how little it is and how ridiculous it is that apparently, since you've moved into this complex, you get a key for a mailbox, and there's a whole bank of them, like the building next to us, and the key opens the mailbox. And your key does not open your mailbox.
That does not.
So I'm thinking either they told you the wrong mailbox for the key they have, or there's some issue. The key's worn down and doesn't pop the tumblers, or the lock's broken. So So you assigned your wife this task to talk to the office to
This one thing. This one thing.
to get the mailbox issue resolved because you have something sitting in there.
Yeah, I have mail in there.
And how long ago did you ask her to do this?
About a week ago.
Okay, I'm not trying to like.
Yeah, no.
I'm not. I feel like this is a small enough issue where I'm not the bad guy creating a wedge in your relationship.
No.
But so over a week later, and you know, because I hear it in the truck every now and then. Yep, no, still nothing. Blah blah blah, and nothing. Because this involves either just going to the office when you're driving in and out every day,
Yeah.
and you have to pass it anyways, and just drop in for 5 minutes, or calling them.
Yeah.
And still nothing's.
Still nothing.
Look at you here.
Mailbox 2020 still going.
Oh, this might be the new thing once we have the weight loss competition behind us to just keep an update.
I'm thinking about fixing it myself and just not telling her and just continue to ask her just to see how long she can keep the excuse train of why she doesn't just go to the office and talk to them.
Right.
And then maybe one day she actually does. She goes, "They said you fixed the issue." I'm like, "Oh, I did. I was just waiting for you to figure that out, by
actually doing the one thing
I asked you to do." So I don't know. That might happen. That seems like it'll be funny. So if I can at least make humor out of this this nonsense, then maybe it'll be worth it.
Right.
Something else happened on the road this weekend, but maybe that's what you wanted to involve AJ with.
On the road?
Yeah, I remember you jotted something down. And you're like, I have to be reminded of this, and I forgot what it was.
I might have even forgotten by now. Or
well, if you jotted it down, we at least have the idea.
I don't know.
I think it was unless you jotted down something something post Friday.
Well, I mean, you did speak out about you called Blake out. A little bit.
That's what it was.
And
the fake savage shit.
And that might.
Do we want to bring AJ in on that?
We do, but I was like messaging him as we were talking, and he was like, can you call it 11? And I'm like, I don't know if we'll still be doing it at 11 without you on board. And he's like, all right, 10:45. And that's like 5 minutes from now. So I'm like,
we can wait.
So the imaginary producer is doing the motion with his hands to stretch.
Oh, we can totally stretch it out because it's this fake savage stuff. That's just gonna. I love you, Blake.
Well, we could get into it.
It's got to happen.
Yeah, I mean, Blake's happen. Because Blake's like, oh, I'm an animal. You know,
no.
You know, almost like the whole like, I'll fuck anything, anywhere, anytime.
And I believe that.
But
until that last
right with his trial balloon podcast we did with the unpaid appearances. Where he was with Maggie the MILF, and she wanted butt stuff, but she told him to take the condom off, and he wasn't having it.
Greatly disappointed, Beast.
Dude,
greatly disappointed.
I don't get it. I understand that he's young and hasn't learned the ways of the world, and that now there's a shot for everything. If you're really worried, there's a shot for everything.
I'm a savage. No, not really.
That if that opportunity arises, you should be leaping at it. It's like why take a bath with your socks on? Why eat a burger with the wrapper still on it? You know, it's not.
That's some high privilege shit. Turning down fucking anal sex like that. That's some high privilege shit right there.
Listen,
if he'd have grown up in the projects, he wouldn't have been so fucking so keen to turn that down.
I don't know.
Neither do I, but it seems like something
just made
you
that
would
up?
say. Yeah, that had no intent behind it because I didn't know what I was saying.
That's you coming from a place of just total ignorance.
It just seemed like
look how well it went. Yeah,
I would say I'd get Me Too, but that would mean that we get the kind of traction and audience that we rightfully deserve. So maybe that Me Too me. I don't know.
You've been Me Too'd.
Have I?
Then you get roofied?
Oh, I did get roofied. Holy shit, that was so long ago.
I don't remember who did that to you.
It was a friend from a long time ago. I guess maybe not so much a friend. I don't know.
Was it
Listen,
a guy?
man, I had some
Was it a guy friend?
No.
Oh.
It was a female friend
With malicious intent.
She had malicious intent, but my other friends, for the first time in fuck ever, actually saved my ass from that.
That one and only time.
Yeah, I think maybe that was my Spider-Man moment with them. That was my one.
Yeah.
Where they were like, "Oh yeah, we can't just leave Marco like this." And since I drove, it was like,
Oh well, then that's the real reason.
Yeah.
Oh.
I kind of I have a feeling that if they had came in another vehicle like we sometimes did, yeah, I would have been molested. I would have been touched.
So you don't have to name a name, but was this?
She was a bigger girl.
Oh, okay. That's where I was going with this.
She was
like, what was the situation?
She was a bigger
Describe
girl.
the settings of this.
And there was no sexual attraction there from my end. But from her end, I guess I was this like thing to attain. And yeah.
By any means necessary.
Yes.
Or by the only means necessary.
Yeah. And
because the personality wasn't gonna do it.
It's not. Wasn't working. And yeah.
Because I only because I don't know who this is.
Yeah.
Or maybe I do, and you don't.
No, you do. You don't.
That I'm picturing our girl Darlene, because she had the ultimate quest of trying to fuck you.
Oh, no.
Where for what, a good year and a half, 2 years.
Yeah, it was.
There was not so subtle hint that any moment that you were interested, that the bar was open.
No, no. Darlene is leagues above what tried.
Yeah, I think the problem with Darlene was all just, you knew that was a whole basket of hornets.
Yeah, yeah. That's that was interesting. There was nothing quite like that last appearance when she got fired mid-party.
Oh, she got fired from the office party.
Yeah, for the coaster incident.
For trying to steal his coasters he had just been given as
Star
a
Wars
gift.
coasters. Yeah, like that day had been given, and one of them broke. And yeah, he was very mad.
And her rationale for it was something like,
probably.
Was like,
we were all drunk. I couldn't even remember.
You don't need them.
Yeah, you're rich.
Yeah, I was like, you got so much, you don't need these. Oh my god, I remember
you're
that.
Like, bro, you're stealing coasters. That was the same party.
They were nice coasters.
I think that was the same party that Beast choked Lou out.
It might have been. The circumstances around those things is always a little hazy.
Yeah,
we're so fucked up.
By the time these things happen,
yeah.
Especially back then with as much fucking whiskey and bourbon. Oh my god.
Yeah. That's a funny story too, but that's a fun one to tell if I ever
like I almost
if we do video, because I have the video from the security camera of him taking him down and stuff.
Yes.
Let me call this asshole. Let's see. Fucking see how fat he is today. How much he's been eating.
It's Sunday. I'm a medium fat.
There they are.
Oh, where's the donut king of Atlanta here, or wherever? Where
he's in a bunker now, man. Atlanta's on fire, isn't it?
Is it? I don't think.
I mean, they burned the Wendy's down last night.
What the fuck, man? Why Wendy's, man? She did nothing wrong. Nothing wrong.
Right.
God damn. I bet you that fucking the Popeyes is still open though, but no, they gotta burn Wendy's down.
So.
Well, there's a video of them burning the Wendy's down, and it's a white woman not wearing a mask. Clearly can see her face lighting a Wendy's on fire.
Well, she's gonna be held accountable.
Oh no! I would hope so.
Oh no, my privilege.
So we had a bunch of food related topics that we were going to talk about, and I was like, well, we can't do it without the resident fat guy, the fattest member.
We'll see on Tuesday who's the fattest.
I keep telling him, I'm like, you might be the fattest person as a Tuesday. And he goes, nah, because even if I lose, AJ's still fatter than me.
True. He's right.
And I was like, oh, you thought this through.
Right. So he's got it out.
He's got it out.
Listen, I'm just warning you that as of Wednesday, listen to him. Yeah. As of Wednesday, your whole life's going to change, because this is going to go very poorly for you publicly.
Listen, Like I weighed myself this morning, and I'm shocked at how much I've lost.
Yeah.
I'm shocked.
Okay.
So
I haven't weighed
I think you're
myself yet.
underestimating me.
Yeah, Ben still hasn't stepped on a scale. He is really.
See, and I think that's his downfall.
I might be because there'll be no sense of urgency.
Right.
He'll just be thinking like, oh, my natural sense of urgency is going to carry me through, and I don't know, man. I don't know.
I'm going to interrupt this and just let Anthony know also that I am white knuckling this podcast. That I got the bubble guts like almost as soon as we started the thing. And
so we should prolong this podcast, is what you're saying.
AJ, he took a giant 15-minute shit, withheld it for 15 minutes before I showed up, and then we sat down. Like we made 5 minutes in before he goes, "I've made a mistake."
That's funny.
This is crazy. I did like that 4.5 day fast, and ever since then, everything I eat is going right out of me. Like whatever I ate last night, it's already saying hello again.
I hope this is all backfires on you. I really do.
I'm about to backfire in my chair.
There'll be nothing greater than you losing and not eating for 4.5 days, being miserable, and having the fucking shits, and you lose. Like, there's nothing better than that. That's actually better than the disco shirt to me. You suffered to lose.
Well, but you'll also get the disco shirt.
Right.
So it all comes. It's a package deal at this point.
I mean, I was kind of hoping that, and this is gonna sound really bad. I was kind of hoping you passed away and we had to bury you in the shirt next week because.
Yeah. We had this conversation where you were. You said because I said I haven't eaten for almost 5 days now, and you're like I'm just worried about your health. What if you die? Do I technically win the contest? And I'm like, yeah, but I'm just laughing at you trying to have the conversation with my family about how I have to be buried in the disco shirt.
And whoa, hold off there, guys. Hold off there. If you die, you don't necessarily lose.
Someone still has to get...
At that moment, we just weigh the both of you.
Right.
And you might still win.
Oh yeah, you just check my death certificate.
You just pay the ultimate price.
You just check my death certificate. I'm sure the weight.
Time of death 1013. AJ, what were you weighing at that point?
Right.
Oh, looks like AJ has to take the shots of hot sauce and lose a friend.
You have to do it, but you'd have to do it at my funeral.
Oh, you would have to do it at the funeral.
Your family's like, what is this guy doing at the casket?
Right? No. What happens is when people get up and say something nice about the person, know, and it's your turn, and you go up and you're
the reason Ben Tipples is dead.
You just keep turning and looking at my dad going, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. And as you're doing it, as you're talking, you're slowly putting the 2 shot glasses on the little podium thing, and then you pull out of your
Marco's filling them up.
No, you pull out of your pocket this big bottle of hot sauce, and you start pouring it like you're like you'd be at a bar pouring the thing.
And I have to do my job, so I'll put on a ref shirt.
And you're like you toast me and you shoot them.
I just see shooting one, like punching the fucking podium, trying not to cry.
And he's got tears streaming down his eye, and his voice is wavering, and you think it's because he's upset I'm dead, but it's from the hot sauce.
That's that.
Pissed off that you died and I still lost.
You're muttering, I can't believe
that's fantastic.
I can't believe you died, and I have to do this.
Oh
man. To go out.
Oh my God, we don't get that lucky.
Oh wow!
So, what's your take on this? Marco said that Blake is a fake.
He's a fake savage.
He's a fake savage.
He's a fake savage.
He claims he's a savage with women. That you know.
Can't call yourself. I'm a savage. Oh man, I'm a savage with women. Fuck me with no protection. Oh no, bitch, I don't do that shit. I got lines.
Oh yeah, he's not. That's not savage.
That's not savage at all, man.
No.
That is revoking your savage card. Savage is plowing the fuck through that shit, condom or not. Who gives a fuck?
Right, and then waiting for a couple weeks, hoping she gets her period. That's a savage.
Well, no. This was about the butt stuff.
Yeah.
And I told him that there's only 2 concerns for wearing a condom, and butt stuff addresses one of them right off the bat.
Right.
No.
Fake
That's
savage.
privileged savagery right there.
Okay,
That's
so
privileged
well,
savagery.
we just needed to cover this base so that when I
Yeah.
talk to Blake again, we can clear some things up.
Yeah, what he needs to do is call Maggie the MILF back out and be a real savage. And just be like, as she enters the
Right.
door, like, bitch, don't even talk. Just pull those pants down. Let's go.
Right.
That's a real savage, okay?
It
Not
is,
not
yeah.
this. Oh, I can't do that. No, that's no. That there's the lines, man. There's no lines in that
Right.
shit.
There's no. Listen.
Well, we
I've been
know
living with
you.
I've been living with no lines for 39 years.
30
Come on.
years.
Oh my god!
Come on.
So here's the other thing. I wanted to ask Marco if the turkey burgers have found their way to Margaret.
They
yet.
have not yet.
God damn it! This is on your
Whoa,
wife.
whoa,
isn't
whoa.
it?
They are in my freezer, and
This is like mailbox gate part 2.
this is now turkey burger gate, and it stems from her lack of remembering to do the again a very simple task.
Should I write on a Post-it note and then ask you to stick it to the inside of your front door?
I can do that.
She will hate me.
Now
Like,
there's a
at this
chance. There's a chance those turkey burgers have made their way over there. She did go down yesterday to her parents' house. However, we didn't talk about that, so I don't know. So I'm going to do the good husband thing and give her the benefit of the doubt. But I think we all know those turkey burgers are still sitting in my freezer.
Right.
I have a feeling they are too. Yeah.
I
There's no chance Margaret's got them.
Oh, so here, I had to literally kind of save the day. So they lost power the other day, and their fucking 40-year-old main breaker broke, and I had to do some weird fucking backwoods electrical shit to get their power back at their house. So she almost wasn't able to listen to this week's episodes of the podcasting because they didn't have power.
Wow.
Yeah. I had to pull some fucking backwoods of fucking electrical shit. So I had to take a popsicle stick and kind of wedge it in there to keep the breaker on so that they had power.
do you understand what I'm doing right now?
I don't fucking know what the fuck
I'm
you're doing.
standing here trying to do the math to see if I can get my headphone cord to reach the bathroom.
You're trying to take a shit. Oh my! Is it that bad? If I rub your belly, will you
Listen,
explode?
you know how a woman, when she's pregnant and about to deliver, that the contractions get closer and closer together? My contractions,
happening right now?
my contractions are like 30 seconds apart right now.
Oh my goodness!
Oh, this is good stuff.
Oh my God. I might have to take the microphone in with me and just not be able to hear what Anthony's saying. But we'll see. I think I got one more wave in me before I. So the other thing I want to bring up, food related, was that this week while he and I were working, he looks at me and he goes, "I feel like I want some McDonald's hash browns."
Oh, the hash brown incident. Okay.
And I'm like, all right, that's a
Yeah,
good.
I need some context behind this
Go
video.
roll through a McDonald's. He rolls through the McDonald's, and I didn't realize he was gonna do this. So I would have filmed him ordering it. He pulls up to the drive-through, the speaker, and he's like, "Hi, can I get 5? Can I get 5 hash browns? That's it."
What?
And then he gets them. Well, I'm heckling him the whole time. He gets
Right.
them, and then he just chomps them down one after another. Eats 5 fucking hash browns right there.
How could you how?
What do you mean how, man? I wanted some hash browns in my life. I've been thinking about it. Bro, you know what happens when you think about stuff. You're driving around. You see like every now and then. If I haven't for like a month, I'll see an Arby's and I'll go, "Oh fuck, Arby's! I forgot about Arby's." And then like for the next 3 days, all you're thinking about is Arby's, man. And then you go and you spend a disappropriate amount of money on Arby's, and you're not gonna finish it all, but your brain's been building Arby's up to this big fucking moment for 3 or 4 days, and this is what happened. I've been wanting hash browns, man. I just fucking wanted hash browns, and I usually only order like 2 or 3 hash browns. But when I got to the menu, I felt like I had to order enough to justify going through the drive-through. So I'm like, a 5 sounded like a fucking appropriate number for like a drive-through hash browns with ordering nothing else. And then I won't even, like, I didn't even tell you, Ben, but I didn't even know if I was going to actually eat all 5 hash browns. I was like, maybe I'll just eat like 2 or 3. And
I
if
feel like
Ben, I'll save the other 2 for later. And as a cop-out for not being able to finish all 5. But no,
I feel like you felt like you had to perform.
I did. And I'm also a fat pig. So because of those things.
Oh yeah, you, Mister, like a month ago, well, this competition. Well, you guys need to lose weight. I want to put some weight back on. Blah blah blah.
I jinxed myself.
Like, buddy, you're putting plenty on. You look loose in the cage there too.
No, AJ, it's true. So 2 months ago, I was comfortable about maybe like 115. I mean 215, about 215, 220. Bro, I'm like 235 now, and when I tell you it,
wow.
When I tell you it's,
he broke the seal.
It doesn't have anything to do with a gym. A guy named Jim, none of that nonsense.
Maybe Jim's Bar and Grill.
Yeah. I think the metabolism bubble finally popped on good old Prime here. Because I'm putting some weight on. Yeah.
Shit, you may need to do the next weight loss contest.
I might have to have the most weight to lose at the next weight loss contest at the rate I'm going, buddy. Bro, I ate an entire fucking bucket of that edible cookie dough the other day. I didn't tell you, Ben.
Oh my god!
I bought it hoping it'll last like a few.
You mean
weeks.
just like raw cookie dough that's edible?
Yeah,
not like
edible raw.
Not like
cookie
it's
dough.
an edible.
Yeah, well, technically you're not supposed to eat raw cookie dough.
Do you start? So even
but
though
this is made specifically so you can.
No, but I'm saying it's not edible like in like.
Oh no!
Like
There's no marijuana in this.
Okay.
It's just straight edible cookie dough, and I ate a whole fucking tub of it. And I sat, and I halfway through, I'm like, I'm really high, and I know I'm just eating this because of that reason. I'm not hungry anymore, but like I just have to continue eating. But I'm like, you know what? Fuck it, I don't care, and I just finished the whole goddamn thing.
It feels like when I have a Ben and Jerry's,
like you don't
thing,
even want
I'm not
to.
going to leave.
Like
half of it.
You're almost not even enjoying it anmore're. But you're like, fuck it, I'm finishing this because I'm not a quitter. So yeah, no, I'm talking to myself now about like, man, maybe you should like, look at a weight, or do something with it because you're about to go down a real treacherous path.
Listen, I'm telling you firsthand, don't go down that path.
Because it probably tastes really good, but man,
the road back.
The road back. So
it ain't as easy, that's for sure.
Yeah, and none of us are getting any younger, so I'm thinking about maybe
right.
So I don't have to be the front runner for the next weight loss challenge.
The odds-on favorite.
So obviously the front runner it was Anthony for this one.
Yeah.
Don't act like you didn't listen. I was surprised at your weight. I was surprised when you told me how.
Oh, buddy,
because I
you weren't the only one.
And you're going to be surprised at his weight on Tuesday, one way or the other.
Well, knowing him, he probably went up in weight.
Oh, shit!
You mean he was weighing himself and he had his belly on the rack?
On the counter. Listen. All I know is that Friday I was putting my jeans on to go to work, and I was just standing there admiring how much space there was now. When you have your thumb out, pulling the jeans away from your body, going, "Oh wow, look at all that room that wasn't there at the beginning of this."
It's like 1980 all over again.
Listen, man, I got like 20 pairs of jeans from the 90s that are just waiting to come out of retirement.
Oh, Jesus Christ! Wow.
Oh yeah. Oh man.
Well, I guess we'll see. We'll see this week.
We will. Well, what do you just as a unbiased bystander, Marco? Who do you think right now?
Oh man. I know that Anthony's been putting in the work because I'm pretty sure the last thing he wants to do is take 2 full shots of I don't want to take 2 full shots of fucking hot sauce.
Yeah, but you have Crohn's.
Yeah. It would be a different ball game for me. But I also know that the need for Ben Temples to not put Disco Inferno over is very, very, very strong. We've talked about it this week, and I started to see a little bit of fear in some of Ben's words because he knows it's close. I think as of right now, Ben, I think he would be very, very close. I'm just this is me because I have to be the unbiased rep.
Buddy, he's picking against me, which means he knows his work week's gonna suck.
I'm telling you right now. I think AJ might edge you out as of right now. But you've got 2 days to go, man. You got 2 days to go. This is South Florida.
I'm gonna go run stairs as soon as this thing's over.
But I haven't seen what AJ like. I've seen your quote unquote transformation over the course of this weight loss challenge, and I haven't seen AJ what he looked like then and what he looks like now. But
I have, because he put a fucking topless workout picture on TikTok,
well,
I was like, oh no,
the shirt came off.
The only thing that made me feel good was that he had some muscle. It looked like he put on some muscle mass. So I'm like, all right, that's dense. That's dense
my
weight.
downfall.
Yeah.
Because I started working out again, and I was like, all right, I can see my muscles coming back, and I'm like, man, that may be my downfall. But
you're in way better shape than Ben, but you lose.
Right, because it's like...
right.
Because it's like...
Ben may die next week, but I mean, I'll be fine.
Yeah.
I don't know. After fucking... I haven't actually seen any of the hot sauce selections.
I haven't made any because it doesn't matter at the time of the what the results are, because we're not going to do it till we're together. Okay, so I just have to have it for whenever he's down next, or we're all at something together.
No, let me. So how's this going to go Tuesday? When we
he'll at some point he'll weigh himself and send you the information. And, and maybe after work before the podcast I'll weigh myself and send you give you the picture and then you. However you feel is the most dramatic and interesting way to reveal it.
Yeah, it's gonna
when we do it on Tuesday for the Furlough Files, we'll handle the emceeing duties of the results.
This is gonna be fantastic.
We may do an hour of show to tease it.
I want you to know. I hope it ends up being a draw.
I know you do.
Me too. I actually do, because I want to have a pizza eating contest.
Like a double or nothing.
Like
this is the double or nothing.
Yeah. So I'm personally hoping for a draw. One, I don't want to see either of my friends lose, but two, we can get way more mileage out of this.
See, what's funny is
this angle still has life.
Hold on, this fucking guy, such a worker, saying I don't want to see either of my friends lose. All I know that you and me and him are all saying, I want to see both of my friends lose. Because this isn't like losing money or losing a girl. This is losing a competition and having to do something ridiculous because of it. Of course you want to see both of us lose. Just quit working us. Quit being like the fucking politician over there.
Listen,
wow.
With a straight face.
I value you, both of you,
bullshit
so much.
What a fucking
value your friendships.
Oh, this cheesy.
If it was up to you, we'd both lose.
Of course you would. Huh? If it was up to me, I wanted you take 2 shots while Ben's fucking putting over Disco
wearing the shirt
some national podcast. Yeah, dance my puppets. And let's be honest, you guys are going to be mad at me, but we both know at the rate I'm going, bro, I'm going to be odds-on favorite at this next challenge.
I don't know.
Listen, man, edible cookie dough is fucking phenomenal. I don't know if you know that.
It is for sure. I actually, speaking of edible cookie dough, I went to an edible cookie dough shop.
Oh my God! There's like a fucking storefront. There's a brick and mortar.
Oh, there has to be. They probably serve it like ice cream.
That's fantastic.
With scoops, like scoops. Yeah.
Right. They do. And you could put it in a cone. You could put it in. Yeah. It was awesome.
I think I've seen one of those in New York, like on Instagram or something. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my God. That's fantastic. I'm gonna become like Bruce Campbell from the fucking Cloudy Without Chance of Meatballs movie, where he just progressively gets more and more fat. He's like, oh, food? What, free food? What? Yeah, food just shovels in me? Oh my God. Uh-oh. Call by call. Ben's shutting the bathroom door.
I can't. I gotta.
I put his headphones down. He was like, it's my running time from Gorilla. He's out there now, people. He's out there. Oh my goodness.
Wow.
I'm afraid to even talk because I might be talking over Anthony because I can't hear him anymore.
No, you're not talking over AJ right now. Both of us are in eager anticipation to see how terrible this goes. I felt the
I'm
belt
just here to
come off.
listen.
I heard the belt come off. I don't know how far in this we're getting. I know we like talking to like poop a lot, but
my feet are up on the squatty potty.
the squatty potty. Oh my god, that
Oh,
fucking thing! I can't
Jesus.
use that. I can't use it. I feel like such a fool.
Wow.
So Ben Temples is actively working on his weight loss as we speak.
I can't stop shitting.
Wow.
2 days of not being able to stop shitting.
The best part was when so he'd been it'd been like 4.5 days, and we were where the fuck we were in like Lake we were Stewart. We were in Stewart.
The
And
Chevron gas station.
Yeah, we stopped by a gas station because he had to fucking take a piss, and he comes out with a fucking box of chicken, and I was like, what? And he's like, I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. It smelled too good. And I'm like, this is what's it. So, fried chicken from a fucking
Not
Chevron.
fried.
Was it fried?
No, it was like Jamaican jerk chicken legs.
Oh, okay. It looked like fried chicken. Whatever. He ate the whole fucking box. And
The whole place smelled of it. I
Yeah,
couldn't help
he
it. They
couldn't
got
help-
me.
It was. They got me, man.
They got me.
They got me.
You know what I hope? I hope they secretly put like 40 carbs in there. That's
Just
what I
fucking.
hope.
They just soaked it in lard overnight.
Right.
No, it was
Right,
delicious.
And then he's like, "Oh, this is so good," and he doesn't realize he just.
Of
put on
course,
like
it was
4 pounds.
delicious. It was soaked in lard. Lard's fantastic.
No, it wasn't.
Okay, we'll see on Tuesday.
Oh my goodness. There's gonna be Are we gonna have like a belt?
I mean, if
See, I figure like as our production cost
Right.
raise, and our audience grows, and as we're forced to get more and more ridiculous, these challenges are going to become pretty interesting. Once we have like video capabilities and everything's all
Yeah.
tied together. There'll be belts involved, run-ins. There'll be fucking double
Right.
crosses. There'll be all kinds of fucked up shit.
we'll have all that.
We're just gonna
Yeah.
become like a much older version of that David Dobrik guy and his friends.
That guy's pretty awesome, though, man. He does some crazy shit.
Yeah. And he pays his friends to sit there, and all they literally get paid to sit there and just be fucking juvenile all day. It's
Right.
Dude. It's just not right. It's fantastic. We all
actually
all
pretty
wish we
amazing.
lived that life.
Right.
Like, I'm going to go prank a celebrity because it's fun today, and they're going to love me because it's going to get 3 million views, and we're all going to make money.
Right.
Uh,
no,
we're-
instead we're doing a podcast with Ben Temples, where he can't hear me. This is the best part.
No, he can't.
Where none of us get paid. Blake probably gets paid under the table. We don't even know.
Oh, fuck. Blake's the only one making some money off this whole fucking
Right.
deal.
I bet he is.
Oh, my
I
goodness.
bet he is.
Ben, are we still alive in there?
Yeah. I'm turning inside out. I'm trying to like get enough done so I can come and rejoin the actual conversation.
So, yeah. It's just pretty sure thing that Blake is the only one that's received any monetary compensation.
I'm sure he has. One way or another.
This whole unpaid garbage. Yeah, fuck that. Blake Chadwick doesn't
Although
leave his
I
apartment for at least his guarantee,
Right.
sir.
I will say, though, the first podcast that I did in person, Ben did pay for my cannoli pancakes.
Oh my god,
So-
man! Don't talk about cannoli pancakes because we never get them again.
Are they closed for sure?
Oh, so, bro, they're still working on the signage. They haven't put like flashback back up, but they've been working on the signage front. But there's been no movement on the inside, or there never doesn't look like it doesn't. Okay, so for people that don't know, Flashback only has like fucking 3 locations. It's not a big franchise. So for all locations to still be shuttered at this point, I mean, it doesn't take a genius to
Right.
suggest what that means. But it's the big mystery in Davie. We still got a Flashback diner maybe, and you start talking about fucking cannoli pancakes, and I'm like, nah, man, like don't do that unless we know they're coming back, because obviously, like, an order of mozzarella sticks, that, and then probably an Ollie burger is like my order when I go there,
Right.
the first time, because I have to eat those 3 things in succession to know that, you know, oh my god, like they still exist on this plane and realm of existence, because as of right now, bro, I gotta find a substitute, and like, all the diners around here kind of, I mean, 84 diners all right. Lester's, you know, it's exactly. Lester's is like one of those, hey man, I was out in Fort Lauderdale too late, everything else is closed, but for some reason, Lester's Diner's right here. Let's just eat.
I mean, it's been around forever.
Yeah, exactly, so. But you don't stand up and go, I'm going to go to Lester's Diner. No one does that shit,
No,
okay? No one under the age
of
of 65 goes, I'm going to Lester's Diner right now.
No.
Oh, Ben Temples is rejoining the podcast.
Okay, after hours, I think lots of people go, let's go to Lester's. I think also the Floridian's a good one.
Oh, that's right, the Floridian. I've only been there like a couple times, I think.
Yeah.
Is that 24 hours?
Yeah. Oh, dude, my chili ring is burning. Like, just too much going on back there. You know, went from zero activity for like 4 days to like now nonstop traffic. Oh my god.
Oh, it's from those gas station wings you ate.
They were legs, sir. They were chicken legs.
Oh.
They were delicious, and they weren't in lard. They were just in like whatever seasonings and stuff. Like it laid out like you would at the Publix, the hot section at the Publix deli.
Right. The only difference is Publix makes them fresh daily.
Those were fresh.
That's the difference.
Dude, those are fresh.
Okay, sure.
You want to know why? They smelled so good and were so delicious. There's no way they don't sell out every day.
Ben has become like the guy who looks for the good restaurants, the good eateries.
You make it sound like I got roller hot dogs off the fucking belt.
No, they look good. They look good. They really did. I just wasn't like
roller hot dogs.
Hey man, there's still nothing better than fucking boiled peanuts off the side of the fucking street in like Polk County and shit, or up in the middle of Florida. Yeah. Oh my god, man. Oh,
from a truck.
It's even better. It's even better if they're misspelled on the signage coming that way in, because the guy spent none of his life doing anything but educating himself on making boiled peanuts. It's all he knows how to do, and he's just fucking phenomenal at it. He should never ever.
Sometimes he sells crab legs out of the back too.
Yeah, I draw the line at seafood. Whenever I see a guy with his truck with his truck gate down and a cooler, and the sign says like shrimp.
Yeah.
I'm like, or scallops or crab legs. I'm like, I don't care how fresh these are off the back of someone else's truck or wherever you got these from. I'm not buying seafood from the back of a pickup truck in the Florida heat. There's just no way.
Or the guys that used to drive around selling fucking steak and shit. They, I don't know if either of you ever had that, but like I remember in Hollywood all the time, like once a month, a guy would come by and like, hey, you want to buy some prime rib? It's like, what? And they would like, it's like a company, and they had like freeze dried steaks and shit, like kind of like how Omaha Steaks does their thing. And yeah, that was like it happened like once a month when I was a kid, and sometimes my dad would buy shit off the truck, and I'm just like, oh, all right.
I remember, but no, my dad used to buy it off the truck too.
Oh, okay, so we didn't die, so it couldn't have been that bad.
Yeah. Yeah, and sometimes he'd come around the neighborhood. And everybody go outside and buy off this truck, and I'm like, "Let me buy meat off this truck. We don't even know who this guy is."
The meat guy. Do they have a? Do they play a different song than the ice cream truck?
Oh my god!
I'm eating pepperoni and cheese right now, just so you know, Ben.
Oh, I hear you eating. I wasn't gonna say because I didn't hear anything crunching. I just assumed it was something soft like a donut.
Mm-hmm. Sure. I lost 2.5 pounds mowing the lawn yesterday.
Hold on a second.
I weighed myself after.
Listen, fuckface. You didn't lose 2.5 pounds. You sweat out 2.5 pounds of water, which you immediately replaced as soon as you started replenishing your fluids. Don't give me that shit.
I weighed myself this morning. The weight was the same.
Yeah, all right. Okay. See, now, listen. Now he's just fucking straight up lying.
No.
I cannot wait to hear the fucking excuses
Tuesday's gonna be interesting.
when I crush you.
There's no excuses.
You know what the best part about Tuesday's gonna be is there's people that are probably really like edge of their seat. Like we have a very small, dedicated audience who's like, man, I don't know, they made their choices, but for a few hours, I'm gonna be the only one that knows.
Maybe. I mean, I don't know how early you're going to get all the results.
Yeah.
Oh, that's true.
You know,
But for at least a moment of time,
yeah.
I'll be the only one. And I'll have to figure out I'm going to try to figure out the best way to, because I'm like,
Oh my God!
I
Listen,
come up with a couple different ways.
Anthony, we've given him a hint of just a
I
touch
know.
of creative control.
Yeah.
and he's
That's
fucking. We've created a monster.
It's gonna be 15 minutes of me putting myself over and 1 minute of results.
Holy shit!
We're gonna get pyro and
This is the most overproduced thing now. All of a sudden,
right.
I've called upon maybe a band rental for my entrance.
oh my God, a mariachi band.
Bro, if we ever
Here's the
get to
bigger
that point,
question, though.
if we ever
Right.
get to that point so that I can have a mariachi band ring me into a fucking building, we know we've succeeded.
Oh, well, then we'll do it when we run our show.
Go ahead, AJ.
Now here's the thing. So you're the official MC for this
I am.
on Tuesday, right?
I
Did
might
anybody
wear
run
it.
this by Blake.
I mean,
You're gonna get Blake heat. You're taking his spot.
here's the thing. He's definitely doing Blake duties. But that's because he's here. Blake isn't going to come for this thing.
Blake couldn't. Blake couldn't come to an agreement for
And
his guarantee.
I can't do.
That's what happened.
I'm just not gonna.
Right.
I'm not gonna do like two people on the phone at once. I think that's just gonna get a little,
Yeah, it's gonna be really hard to pull off to have that multiple voices.
Well, no. I could have Blake
Right.
hosting it from home.
Oh, okay.
But I would have to now be dialing out two numbers, and
Yeah.
because I'm doing two people remotely. It just gets a little more complicated. So this is easier since you're here. Oh my God.
It's a good thing he doesn't listen anyway.
Right. Oh, he might listen if I make in the topic thing that we talked about. I mean,
We just touched on his lack of savagery. Is all we did.
yeah. All right.
Yeah, we did.
We-
Oh.
That's all we did. He's got privileged savagery, which.
And I
is-
heard some kind
Right,
of
right.
you guys were making some kind of pay jokes when I was in the.
What are you talking about? Listen, Blake Chadwick is in all this pro bono because he's our friend.
Hmm.
He in no way has ever been paid a guarantee by you.
No.
Me and AG just refuse to believe that. Refuse.
Yeah. Right.
That we know about.
Well, you know me well enough to know
Ben ain't paying nobody.
Who am I kidding?
I'm not cheap, but there's a principle. There's a principle here. Oh my God! All right, man. What else?
I almost feel like you're gonna find a way to get this disco shirt for free, so you don't have to pay.
AJ, I think we can both agree, regardless of how he gets a disco shirt, if there's a video of Ben Temples putting over disco and all those platforms with that shirt on, that's
Right.
the part that's gonna kill him. The
Right.
yeah, not the how he acquires one, because he might just kill a person,
I'm not worried. I'm not worried.
like just tear a kid off a street and just beat the shit out of him
You
and
know
take
what?
his disco
all
shirt.
this
I will
fool's
say
gold,
this, though.
all this fool's gold with him. Oh, I mowed the lawn. I lost 2.5 pounds. Blah blah blah. It's all fool's gold, pal. I'm telling you, I'm not worried at all now.
You cutting a promo on me? Are you cutting a promo on
I
me?
just did.
Is that what?
My arm hairs just stood up a little bit.
Listen, I will tell you this. When you wear this disco shirt, I have to be there because I want to be in this video with you,
Oh,
standing next to you,
So
with
either
my hand on your shoulder, supporting you, while I wear my disco shirt that I already bought.
okay.
So if I lose, I'm gonna have to send my championship shirts to some little town in Botswana because they're gonna be useless.
Where the Patriots still
But if
hold
not,
an
I'm wearing
impressive undefeated record in 2000.
Undefeated record in Botswana. Right. It's also Botswana is also where Ring Warrior season 1 through 3 is.
Someone's getting a phone call a little later. I doubt we'll ever get a Howard Brody listen.
Okay, so then we've established. Yeah, he'd listen. We've established that whoever wins or we're doing the challenge while we're all together. The penalty.
It's gotta be.
Okay.
It's gotta be.
That's fair.
Yeah.
All right.
Gotta be.
Not that I'm
All
worried.
right, I got nothing left.
All right.
I just ate my cheese and pepperoni, and now I'm gonna go.
Wait, now
do
let,
some more
now-
out yard work.
now my
Chop
question
another
is,
2.5 pounds.
was,
Yeah.
was that cheese and pepperoni in the form of a cup from Wawa, or was that like nice?
Yeah, I bought pepperoni and I bought the
Oh.
cheeses, like the same thing. So, 16 slices of pepperoni is 1 carb. So I had exactly
Jesus
16
Christ.
slices, and I had 2 pieces of cheese, which is 2 carbs. So I'm 3 carbs in today.
Okay. Well,
I don't even know how to respond to that. I'd eaten a whole fucking bag of pepperoni.
yeah.
I could eat the whole bag. But,
You had pepperoni and cheese. You saw. Oh my god. All right, never mind. Now I'm fucking hungry.
yeah,
All right. Well, now I have.
right.
to
That
go-
was just that's my only meal until tonight. That's it right there. And I'll have some shredded chicken for tonight.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do? You gonna eat the idea of food tonight, Ben?
Me, I'll eat today, and then I'll just not eat Monday and Tuesday until the weigh-in. I may be snacking on a bag of chips during the podcast, but once I've stepped off that scale, I think I'm gonna have myself a congratulatory cheat snack, because I'll to the victor go the spoils.
Okay.
That's what you're gonna eat if you win chips. That's it.
No, I'm saying during the podcast before the results are even
Oh.
announced. I know I'm winning, so I'll just be already.
AJ's gonna
Okay.
eat like 3 fucking trays of manicotti
Right.
that he made or some
Right,
shit.
pizza. Yeah, I'm gonna
Oh yeah.
donuts.
Well, speaking of pizza, those keto crusts from fucking Blaze are nothing to fucking write home about. I tried twice, and I think that might not be the way to go for pizza.
That's it.
No.
Yeah.
I wouldn't know anything about that shit. I get the nice thick
Oh.
rising crust, put as much
Right.
anti-keto nonsense in there as possible.
Yeah.
Just shove it full of
Do you have
anti-keto.
a Mods pizza there?
Oh what?
Mods Pizza. MODS.
All those places are the same, AJ.
It sounds familiar, but I
No,
don't.
no, Marco, you are wrong.
Really?
Mods Pizza does a double pizza.
What?
You get a crust. Oh, listen to this. It's a pizza, full pizza, sauce, cheese. They put another pizza on top of it, sauce, cheese, and all your toppings.
So
Is
it's
it named after you? Holy shit.
so it's like a pizza lasagna.
It is like a pizza lasagna. Holy
And
fuck.
I've had it. It's like, it's unbelievable.
Hold on.
And it's like $10.
Hold on.
For a pizza or for a slice?
No, it's just like Blaze, except
Oh,
for they do.
they're
pizza on
so
top
they're
of the
only
pizza.
so they're like only like 10 inch.
We've got
11
one in
inch.
Pembroke Pines.
Oh, Pea Pines.
You've got to go try it. You've got to go try the double pizza.
I'm looking at the fucking mod pizzas. Pizza amazing, prices can't be matched. Are you maybe? Holy shit. Okay. All right. Yeah.
You got to get the pizza on top. I don't know what it's called, what they call it, but it's a
The
pizza on top
fat
of a
fuck
pizza.
special, because that's what I would refer to it when I go.
Marco subconsciously stopped sucking it in while he was looking at the.
Yeah. Dude.
I haven't had it in a couple of years, but let me tell you, you eat one of those, you're done. You better call it a day.
Holy dude, some of these pizza names are the fucking best.
Oh, I'd be in such a coma from that.
Oh my goodness, the fucking Mad Dog pizza was just fucking all the fucking meats and shit and fucking. Oh wow, okay, all right. I don't see the
You gotta
double
try it.
pizza,
So you got.
but
Hold on, let me see. Now I gotta look. Mod pizza. You don't see the double one? There's a special name to it.
I have Mega Dough, 11-inch thick crust, the mod pizza, the Mega
Where is
Dough. There's more pizza.
Maybe they've discontinued it.
Maybe they did. It's been years since I had it.
You know what? I'm pretty sure that when you go there, though, you'll be like, look, I know this is going to cost extra, but is there any way you can do the fucking double-decker pizza, the Fat Fuck Special? And, of course, they'll go, like, because, a lot of places have those secret, like...
They'll go, no, my friend said you did it. They'll
Right.
go, we never did that. I don't know what
Yeah.
you're talking about.
Yeah, like what
No,
happened?
they
What
do.
happened? What happened in reality is he bought 2 separate pizzas and just stuffed them on
Stacked
top
them
of
on top
each
of each
other.
Well, I'm looking at the menu. I think what they did was now it's called the Mega Dough Thick Crust. They didn't have that before, so they
Oh,
made the swap. Swapped it out.
because I know, like, you can go to. Like, we used to go to Steak and Shake all the time and get the 7x7, and that's an off-menu item.
Right.
That was for the big cheat days with Drew. Where I ate like 2 or 3 of those motherfuckers and wonder how I didn't die. Because they're like fucking 3,000 calories a piece.
Right.
So yeah, maybe.
All right, I got yard work to do. You guys.
All right, go.
That's fun. Ben, eat a pizza. Eat something. You're gonna win, Ben. You might as well eat now.
You already got this in the bag, Timples.
Listen. Nothing stays in me anyways now.
Let's
so
go to Shinju.
You're probably double digits, so.
I'm probably
All right,
double digit
I will talk to
lead.
you guys.
Yeah,
I got
right.
work to do.
All right, brother. We'll talk to you later, man. Take it
Come
easy. All right.
So this one, I got work to do.
AJ's doing homeowner shit.
He work, quote unquote. He's
gonna go out like
go work on some fucking more pepperoni is what he's gonna work on.
that sounds like a good idea, man. Pepperoni and cheese. Oh.
Well, the sun's out now. We can go to the fucking.
We could go with the sun's down. What?
It was raining before. I wasn't in the mood as much to go to the grocery store, but now the sun's out.
Oh, jeez. I don't know what the wife has planned for the day. This is like our one day.
Well, that's fine, but before that, like pretend you're still podcasting. We'll walk over. We'll sneak into your car. We'll start it. She'll never even notice.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
We'll go around the Publix. We'll grab some food and come back.
Oh.
I'm not asking you to cheat on her with me. I'm not saying eat with me. All right.
Oh my goodness, we run out of stuff for the night,
Yeah,
for the day, for the
I'm
podcast, for the morning, afternoon. I don't know where the fuck we're at.
Well, I'm just unsure of my whole situation here, so I.
Okay. We're on a razor's edge here with.
No. I feel good right now, but I feel like at any moment,
it could.
1 minute it's like it's
aftershocks could occur.
It's like the Florida weather. 1 minute, it's perfectly fine outside. Next minute, it's
just,
pissing on your head. So just because I'm fine now doesn't mean in 3 seconds I'll have to run to the bathroom.
So for safety's sakes, we'll go ahead and end this. All right.
Oh my god!
Till next week.
I can't believe I couldn't hold on.